Get the show started in just a second. I gotta mute this and then we'll be right back.
Four, three, two, one. Blog Talk Radio.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy, Long Beach Joe, and boy, oh boy, do we have something to talk about here. I mean, wow. The New York Jets have done it. We've done it. We got the right guy in the building. Robert Saleh is now the head coach of the New York Jets. Point blank, period, people. Point blank, period. He is now the head coach. All the narratives, all the nonsense, all the things about, hey, the Jets aren't going to be able to get it done. You know, the Jets are going to jet. All this nonsense, gone now. Gone. It's our time. And we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about it. I'm fired up. So listen, I'm the man of the people. I am here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook. Search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. So without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and get into the show. I am fired up. Fired up, man. I'm fired up. I'm telling you. I'm fired all the way up. All right? I'm also on iTunes as well. Please, everyone, check that out. The Long Beach Joe Show. Go there on iTunes. You know, subscribe to my my YouTube channel on there. Please rate as well. Rate my content on there. All my podcasts that's on there as well. And also, Long Beach Joe Jets is the YouTube page. Please, please, please go there and you know, subscribe and like my content that's on there as well. But listen, it's time to talk about it. All the things that have been going on since the off season. All right, all of it, all the, you know, the bashing that was done by the media. The Jets are not going to be able to get the hot name, the hot head coaching hire. No one's going to want to play for the Jets. No one's going to want to coach the Jets. All this stuff that was going on. Guess what? All that has faded away now. We all know that we were hot on a chase for various coaches. We had interviews with multiple good coaches. They called in. All these things that were going on. We had Saleh in the building. Brought him in for a second interview. We were all extremely excited about him. But then he walked away, and then the narrative started to come back that the Jets wouldn't be able to close the deal. This is the franchise that can't get the job done. They can't seem to finish things out. It's always some nonsense, always. It's always some garbage with the Jets. They can never get the right guy. They can never close the deal when it matters the most. People were losing their minds across social media all over the place. Oh, things never go right for the Jets. Oh, that's just never going to happen. Now look at us now. Short time later, boom, he gets signed. And it sends shockwaves throughout the league. This is a great signing. I like the fact that we got Saleh in here. I like the fact of what he can do. I like the fact that he is a leader of men. That's the difference between him and a lot of other coaches that we've had in this franchise, in this building. He is a leader of men. That's what he is. He's a guy that can convey a message to young players and get them to play through the wall for him, through the wall. He's a motivator, a guy that makes no excuses. No matter what happens, he gets the best out of you. That's what he is. That's what he is, and that's what he's bringing to the table here. Let me tell you something. There were so many players that were extremely excited about him being here and being signed. It was unreal. There were so many players from around the league, not just players on our team. Of course, Quentin Williams, we saw him be excited. There were other players that were excited as well. There were players across the league that was excited about him being here. Excited. That tells you what type of coach he is. When you hear players across the league saying, hey, he's a great coach, but he's a better man. He's a great coach, but he's a better man. That's the quote when they're talking about when they bring him up. That's what the Jets needed. That's exactly what the Jets needed. Then you look at his defensive prowess. Listen, this man makes no excuses. The Niners had injury upon injury upon injury. We played the Niners. There was tons of guys hurt. Tons. There were guys that got hurt while they were on the field. Bosa, Thomas, guy after guy after guy. No excuses. They beat the snot out of us that game because he did not allow them to quit. They continued to play throughout the season with that same fire. All kinds of injuries. Still finished one of the best defenses in the league. Richard Sherman talked about it. He talked about it. No excuses. His game plans. He molds them to the opposing a team that he's playing against. He doesn't quit. No excuses at all. We keep working. That's the type of mentality that we need here. That's the type of mentality that keeps you a winner. What a hire. What a hire. But the thing that motivated me the most, and I know I got callers, I'll get to every single one of you. Tonight is going to be a great show. 515-602-9639. Call in if you want to talk to me about this hire. We're going to get to everybody. The thing that excited me the most about this hire was who he's bringing in as his offensive coordinator. You see, we've known how bad this offense here has been for quite some time. Quite some time. We've known that. 2 years, 32nd in the league. Hell, before that, outside of 1 year with Fitz, we had some of the worst offenses historically throughout the league. He's coming in here and he's going to change that. He's bringing in Mike LaFleur, a guy worked well, the Niners passing game coordinator that was under Kyle Shanahan. He comes from that tree. And by all accounts, reports swinging left and right, they're sticking with Darnold. And they've brought a guy in that's going to fit him scheme-wise. It's crazy. I used to tell people this all the time. Until you get a scheme that fits a young player, especially a young quarterback, you're going to fail him. I could see them rebuilding around Darnold. I could see it happening. I could see it. Mike LaFleur is coming in here with a system that he's going to put together. He's going to have players going out there playing to the wall. He's going to make sure that these young players that we have out there offensively are going to be putting it together. That's what we needed. We needed a guy that has seen success in this league. A guy that has put things together with a franchise that understands where to get to where we're trying to go. We need him to come here and rectify this mess that it was before. We are changing things. There is no more. There's no more being a loser. That time's over. That time is over. It is time for us to step up and ascend. And by all accounts, with this hire, we've started the process. Salute to Joe Douglas. Salute to him. No more. No more nonsense. No more circus. No more, oh, this is just the Jets. You can't. No, we're done with that. We're turning things around and we're moving forward. Everybody raised expectations. And the most important thing from this hire outside of some of the staff that he's going to ascend or that he's going to assemble and put together. Again, we already talked about Matt LaFleur. We already talked, we got Saleh. There's rumors about Aaron Glenn coming in as a defensive coordinator. It's going to be all about getting the most out of the players that we have here. That's what this is going to be about. Getting every last drop of talent out of these guys. We're in a rebuild. We've got to put players on the field. We've got to see what they've got. We've got to get every single thing we can out of these players. And we finally have a coach that's going to be able to do that. He's the anti-gays. He's a CEO. He's a guy that's not going to neglect the other side of the football. He stepped up and he's going to take charge of this situation. No more nonsense. That time is over. Thank you. We're moving on. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Salute to everybody. I'm so fired up, dude. Don't even get me started. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move forward to do whatever it takes to become a winner. I'm ready to go. Send me in the right direction. I'm right behind Saleh. Lockstep. Let's rock. Let's turn it around. No more same old Jets. That is done. We are moving forward. And we're doing whatever we can to put this team and this franchise in the best situation to win. Now I'm going to get to these callers. You guys better call in with the fire. I got quite a bit of callers. Again, I will get to everybody. I'm going to respect everybody's time. I'm not going to have everybody on for 30 minutes. We're going to get a couple questions in, and we got to move forward. So don't think you're going to be on the line for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Got a ton of callers right now. Again, 515-602-9639. Please call in. I want to hear everybody's takes on this. So the first call I want to go to is my guy, Rich. Rich, my man, how are you feeling today? Thank you for calling in. What are your thoughts about the hire of Robert Saleh?
Happy days are here again. You were the first person that I messaged when I first saw it pop up on my feed on social media. I was like, what? And it's remarkable. The guy that everybody thought, you know what? I was one of those people that said, listen, the Jets were going through a process. They wanted to interview some people more than once. So, yes, Robert Saleh had to leave, left the building, went to go fulfill his obligation to go speak to the Phillies in Miami.
Yep. That
did not mean it's over. That's it. Oh, my God. People just jumped the gun real quick. Like, oh, see, same old Jets, blah, blah, blah. They spoke to Arthur Smith, and then they said to themselves, you know what? You're not the guy. And we went and we got our guy. And this is the guy that's going to turn this franchise around. Yeah. With the help of Joe Douglas, of course.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing that I've heard all day, in the last, well, I'll say 17, 18 hours, because it hasn't been a full 24 since he got hired, was, oh, he's going to bring in LaFleur as a coordinator, and then LaFleur's going to do a good job, and then he's going to go get hired someplace else as his own head coach. Wow, what an amazing problem to have.
Yeah.
When's the last time any coordinator from the Jets got hired to be a head coach of another football team that wasn't in high school still? Like, seriously, we never had – the last coordinator that we had that became a head coach afterwards was Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. And it wasn't even for our team.
Yeah.
He was our defensive coordinator, then he went to the New England and he stood there.
You know what kills me about that take, Rich, and it's great that you brought that up because I saw a lot of people in the media saying that. First off, let me tell you something. I think that there's a lot of people in the media that had a vested interest in the Jets staying bad. That's what I truly believe. Because some of the takes that I hear out of these people almost they want to keep us horrific. They want to keep us one of the worst teams in the league. That's what they want. But the fact that people are running around here saying things like, well, if you hire a good coach with good coordinators, eventually the coordinator's going to leave. Look what the Jets have done. They've hired a good coach, but his coordinator's probably going to be gone next year. Like you said, that's a great problem to have. How come nobody says that about like New England or New Orleans or Kansas City, right? How come nobody says that? Andy Reid has coordinators that have left constantly. Matt Nagy, Doug Peterson. New Orleans has guys. Look, Aaron Glenn might be gone. He might be our defensive coordinator. They have other coordinators as well leaving. Belichick has coordinators leaving every damn year. Charlie Weiss gone. Romeo Cannell gone. McDaniels probably gone this year. Matt Patricia gone. So many guys gone other places. But when the Jets have somebody in town that might be a hot name a year or 2 years from now, all of a sudden we're the dummies. All of a sudden we're the guys that aren't making sense. All of a sudden we shouldn't hire the coach that can bring that. That's ridiculous. Boo them. That's a terrible take. That is a terrible take. You hire the right coach for the right spot. Period. You hire the best coach that you can to move your franchise forward. And that's exactly what we did. For all you haters out there, and I'm speaking directly to you, I'm looking right in the camera. Keep hating. Keep hating. We're done with that. We're not listening to nonsensical takes anymore. We're moving forward. We don't want to hear this crap. Because when other teams are winning, doing the things that we're trying to do now, you don't have any problems with that, do you? But when it's the Jets, it's something always negative. Always. That's ridiculous. I hate that. I can't stand that take. That's a loser ass take. That's what that is. Because thinking like that will keep you a damn loser. Keep you a complete loser. Now, Rich, my final question for you I'm sorry, Rich. I'm fired up, dude. I'm on something else. I'm on a different type of time today.
I know.
I'm on a different type of time today, Rich. I don't think y'all really understand. I'm on a different type of time today. Here we go. Yeah, I'm on a different type of time today. I'm somewhere else. I'm fired up. Listen, Rich, before I let you go, my final question for you is this. I know you like to hire Saleh. What are your thoughts about the impact that he could have on free agents? Do you think players want to come here to play with him?
Absolutely. Honestly, when you have a players coach like that, he's going to attract players to come here. Yes, people, when we say, look at how the Jets have been run dysfunctionally the last couple of years, especially what happened with Jamal Adams and with his name escapes me right now, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So with the things that happened with players before. So right now, it's time to fix that culture, and this is the coach to do that. Because like everyone said, everybody sung his praise. Everybody said he's the best. Everywhere he's gone, he's had everybody's respect, their love. They've hated to see him go. So we're going to have one hell of an off season. And the reason, just getting to your point real quick before you throw me out of here, the reason why the media is upset about the Jets getting good is because Urban Meyer and Shad Khan are about to start the evil empire that's going to fail in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. And now that they see that the Jets are treading in a different direction, and like I said weeks ago on the show, Joe, you remember when I said we don't need Trevor Lawrence to be good, right?
Yep.
Then now when they see, because I'm sorry to tell people, Urban Meyer is not coming to Jacksonville and is going to set the league on fire. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. So when they see things like that happening, they want us to fail because they want to see, you see, if they would have had Trevor Lawrence, the Jets would have been way better.
Yep.
But we're still going to be better. We're still going to be good. We're going to be competitive in the next 2 seasons. We're going to be in the playoffs, and it's going to be a run in the division between the Jets and the Bills. That's who's going to be the division leaders. And, of course, the Dolphins will stick around, too, because now the part of the Jets will be played by the New England Patriots.
Yeah. Look, Rich, I got to get to these lines, man. Thank you for calling in tonight. You know, I love talking to you. Next time I have a show, bro, call in because we definitely got to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep it going. So thank you again. You have a good night, my friend.
You have a good night, too. Take care.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm on a different type of time today. I'm on a different type of time. I'm so tired of the negative takes and how everyone just loves to bash the Jets constantly, no matter what we do, dude. No matter what we do, it does not matter. Trade Jamal Adams for 2 first-round picks. Oh, well, 2 first rounds. That doesn't matter. If the first rounders are late, then it doesn't matter. There's no talent in the late first rounds. Only applies to the Jets. You shouldn't hire good coaches, because if you hire good coaches, well, then the coordinator's just going to leave, Joe. That's what happens. Don't you know that?
No.
That's a ridiculous ass take. That makes no sense. A ridiculous ass take. I ain't never heard that from nobody else but us. I'm not hearing it. We're going to keep going to these lines. This is my old guy from Jersey. My old Jersey Jets fan. How you doing, my friend? It's good to talk to you tonight. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling about us hiring Robert Saleh? 862? 862, are you on? I think we got to go to the next guy. Sorry. So we're going to go now at 984. 984, I'm coming to you, coming directly to you, my friend. How are you feeling about us hiring Robert Saleh?
Hey, Joe, to quote Jimi Hendrix, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today?
Oh, pretty good. I'm enjoying some vacation time starting today. Normally, when I catch your live stream on my breaks, because of a short break, I don't have a chance to call in and talk to you. So this is great timing.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
I want to get into it and throw some things out there for you real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Saleh, I feel better about Saleh. This is the best feeling I've had since obviously 97 Bill Parcells and then 2009 Rex Ryan. We got a good man.
Yep.
This is a strong man. He looked like he's tough. That guy looked like he's the kind of man. He looked like he's still a player in a way. And I can connect with that. You know what I'm saying? He looks tough. He carries himself in a no-nonsense manner. And I had a chance to look at some press conferences on YouTube. It's good we have those archives. Mm-hmm. And some stuff looked like it's from this year, post-game. One of them had him sitting down calmly, and the other one looked like he wiping his sweat like he just got off the field from a game. And I was very impressed at how this man articulates himself, just the tonality of his voice, the way he comes across. I see why the Jets hired this guy. This guy is what we've been looking for a long time.
Yep.
He combines strength, intelligence with humbleness, humility. He has the right balance in terms of his traits and his makeup. Well, I think he's going to have a chance to be an excellent head coach. And I'm going to tell you something what speaks loudly. Is who people surround themselves with. They're talking about the kind of assistant coach he's going to bring. Make me think about the Steelers in the 70s when they had Bud Carson and, obviously some of the teams we've seen, like the Steelers of recent times with Dick LeBeau, who people surround themselves with, that tells you a lot about them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The level they're on, how serious-minded they are, their vision, the overall plan and schematics for going forward. We have an excellent coach. And then when I hear about Darnold, you were right. I think initially, because it looked so sad and so despair, I was thinking about, maybe Donald's time is done. No, he better keep Sam Darnold, because I got that feeling things are going to turn. Because now we got an offensive system we're going to be putting in that favors him, favors his strength and what he does well. Darnold going to turn it around. He's going to turn it around. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. We're going to trade that second pick. We're going to stockpile assets. We're going to have so many first-round picks and all that stuff next year. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we're going to show some strength this year. I think we can get to 7 wins, 8 wins this year. If we can upgrade our line, get Donald some weapons, and find a pass rush. Don't get me wrong. We need some corners. I like Bryce Hall and Poole and some of the people we had back there. But if we can upgrade the line, get Donald his weapons, get him in camp early, get him in there on time, which I figure he will be, to get a chance to study the playbook, get his practice time in. I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I think we should stick with Donald.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't want to get too far ahead. Me and you, when we we get going, we get going. But I don't want to get there because we got callers and I got quite a bit. But I hear what you're saying and I agree with a lot of your takes. It's a lot of good stuff going on. Like you said, who you surround yourself with is a big sticking point, a big telling point about who you are as well. Even just listening, the thing that fires me up so much about him is the way that he talks about football and how he can just get his point across, how captivating he is when he speaks. And you could tell that he's going to get a lot out of these young players because he's going to be able to utilize them. He's going to be able to convey his message well. That was one of the issues that was with Gage. If you listen to any of the players, like the last caller was talking about, Jamal Adams and other players they've had problems with, our former coaches with, they couldn't convey their messages properly. But he seems like he can do that. And so my question for you is, what young player on this defense do you think is going to benefit the most from Saleh being here? This is going to be my final question for you before I let you go.
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing about it is the contrast is stark between Robert Saleh and Adam Gase. Mm-hmm. Gase was rigid-minded. He represents the old guard. The new coaches now, they want to be versatile. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to adapt. Mm-hmm. That's what made Don Shula a legend. People talk about the recent coaches like Belichick and them. They forget once upon a time, Don Shula was the man. And the reason for that, he could adapt. He could take his people and use them properly. I remember we had Tony Page. I don't know, that's a little before your time, fullback Tony Page. And I remember Joe Walton didn't use him properly. Mm-hmm. And I remember he went to Miami and he thrived. He was like one of the better fullbacks in football. Yeah. That's the kind of man I think Saleh is. He's going to try to take our personnel and utilize them to where their strengths are. Then you can maximize their talent and ability and get the most out of players. So
do you think Quinnen Williams is the player that is going to probably benefit the most defensively from him being here?
Oh, yes. We're going to switch to the 4-3. Yeah. Quinnen Williams, coming out of college, was a 209-something pound, just like Sheldon Richardson. Yep. Those are really defensive tackles. Those are not nose tackles. That's not like Chris Jenkins. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a defensive tackle. They're quick enough where they can come off and actually be effective interior pass rush. He's already at a Pro Bowl level. Now you put him on the Saleh in a 4-3. Are you kidding me? Yeah. This guy is going to eat those defensive tackles and send those nose tackles and what we call the centers and the guards. He's going to eat them alive. Because now he's going to be able to just come off the ball and not worry about just tying blocks, which he was good at. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to be able to come off the ball and just worry about penetrating. Yeah, beating the man to the gap, a la Joe Klecko in 1985. When we switched to the 3-4, he would slant and concentrate on jumping into gaps and penetrating. Now he's going to be able to maximize his talent by being a penetrator and not just simply, a block tying a block. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I got to get to the rest of these calls. You brought up some great takes and great points. It was a heck of a call from you. Thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, you got to call in. We're definitely going to go back and forth, my friend. All right, you have a good night.
All right, you too, and you take care. And I'm going to be on vacation until Friday. Next Friday will be my last day. Hopefully, you will be on the air before that time.
Absolutely.
To another prime time, we'll get a chance to talk again.
Absolutely.
So you take care. It's always an honor and a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you so much. You have a good night.
You too, bud.
Listen, my guy from North Carolina, he be calling in. He knows his Jets. All right, he knows his Jets, and that's I'm talking tonight. I'm telling you, I'm on something different. I'm on something different. I'm fired up tonight. And I'm getting at everybody. Any negative nonsense that's coming about the Jets, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not hearing it. Hell no. No. Nope. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Listen, I'm not having it. Any negative nonsense about this Jets hire, not having it. I'm not having it. I respect everybody's takes, and I'm going to challenge your takes. But if you calling the Jets stupid for hiring a good coach because he has good coordinators, then you're ridiculous. Do you understand that what we can do is literally promote from within? That's what every other good team does. When guys from Kansas City leave, they promote within. And guess what? Other guys come up and they ascend too. And then guess what? They become hot names. That's how Doug Peterson got his shot. That's how Matt Nagy got his shot. Belichick, same thing. Romeo Cornell leaves. Oh, well, I'll just put in Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia leaves. He brings another guy in. That's how it works in the NFL. Don't bash the Jets for getting it right. Hater. I'm moving forward. I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. And I'll come to the chat in a second. If this is the first time listening to me on Blog Talk, I live stream while I do my radio show. I call my chat the savages. Why? Because they're a savage. Nobody's safe. Not even me. And if you're giving out garbage-ass Jets takes, you ain't safe tonight either. You ain't safe. Because I'm ready to go.
Here we go.
Telling you. I'm coming to my guy, Dwayne. We're going to keep going to the callers. If you're on the line, please be patient. I'm going to get to everybody. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. That is the number to my show. The lines are open. We have callers tonight, so you're going to need to be patient. Do not call on my shirt cursing. Don't do that. Telling you. Because I'll get your ass out of here. Faster than we got Adam Gase out of here. Fast. So fast. Dwayne, I'm coming to you, my man. I know you're ready to bring the fire.
Hey, what's up, man?
I know you're ready to bring the fire. How are you feeling about the hire of Saleh, my man?
First, before I answer that, can I get on the same energy that you on right now?
Please
can
do.
I get on that same energy real quick?
Please do.
I just want to say to all the people who are non-Jets fans that have been making fun of the Jets for the last 10, 15, 20 years, if the Jets ever win a Super Bowl, you will never hear the end of it. And I promise you that personally.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Jets have been a laughing stock from the beginning to today. When you really think about it, when Joe Namath was in that bar and he was betting that he was going to win that Super Bowl, they were making fun of the Jets. The Jets have been ever the underdog from the beginning to now. Anytime we do something good, it must be some sort of overachieving.
Yep.
If this coaching staff wins the Super Bowl, you will never hear. I don't want to hear this was, you guys turned it around. No, I've heard we are the worst team and everything we do is stupid and the butt fumble and all this stuff like that.
Yep.
I've seen things that other teams do that we can't get away with. If we ever win a Super Bowl, you will never hear the end of it. I promise you that.
Let me tell you something. Dwayne, let me tell you something. Look, the expectations are there. I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're headed in the right direction to become more of a functional franchise. We're heading in the right direction to become winners, to be contenders on a yearly basis consistently. We're not in a cellar anymore. That time's over. That's what I'm saying, and that's what Dwayne is saying as well. But let me tell you something. They win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. Y'all ain't gonna like me. I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna like me. You ain't gonna like me. Y'all gonna have some bad days. Some bad days with me around. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. We win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I'm talking that talk on a weekly basis. And I ain't stopping. Y'all ain't gonna like me, bro. Y'all ain't gonna like me. Non-Jets fans, you don't like me now. You ain't gonna like me when I get going. I'm telling you that right now. But Dwayne, I want to get back. I want to get back with you, my man, because we talking right now. What do you think is the best attribute of Saleh here? What do you think is the one thing that he truly brings that you're like, that makes you rejoice that we have him here as a head coach?
Well, I'm an X's and O's guy, and when I watch his defense, a lot of times he can adapt to the type of talent that he has, right?
Yep.
And realistically, I know, like you asked, who's going to benefit, and a lot of people say not Sheldon Richardson, Quentin Williams.
Yeah. I
think, and I'm not saying this is for sure, I think the man that disappeared, Jabari Zuniga, he might show up next year.
Okay.
Because some defensive ends, they cannot play 3-4 outside linebacker. And when you watch him, he was not aggressive at all. He looked like he didn't know what was going on. But if you couldn't put his hands in the ground and pin his ears back, he might turn out and do something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the best attribute for me, I like what he does from the X's and O's standpoint. Mm-hmm. Look what he did to the Chiefs. Look what he did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. 10 points in the first half.
Yeah.
And you know, they couldn't get the offense going, so eventually the Chiefs won. But we just brought pretty much a Super Bowl team staff over to the Jets.
Yep.
That's what we just basically did. If LaFleur can put some of that Shanahan and bring that over here, and look at all the draft capital we have, and look what the cap is going to fall next year. Some teams are going to let go of people. We got cap. What is this team going to be in 2 years?
Yeah.
People should be scared.
Yeah.
They should be scared. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Dwayne, listen, I want to thank you for calling in. I got to get back to the rest of these callers, my man, but that was a fire call. Thank you for calling in, man. You really brought it, man. You brought it. I ain't fronting. You brought it. You brought it tonight. You brought that tonight, Dwayne. I respect it. Nothing else I can do respect it. But I want you to have a good night, my friend. I got to get through the rest of these calls. You have a good one, all right?
You as well. Great show, Joe.
Thank you so much. Whew, listen, we're going to keep going with these lines, bro. We're going to keep going with these lines. I ain't lying to you. I'm telling you, the Jets have turned it around. We got the right guy. We got a leader of men. A leader of men. A culture changer. A culture shifter. Not just yibbity yap, talk. A guy that's really going to come here and instill a winning culture. He's going to change from all the nonsense that's been going on. All of it. From the Todd Bowles where it was lifeless and clueless and you're just stumbling around in the dark. You didn't know what was going on. To the Adam Gase where you just jumped off a damn cliff. We jumped straight off a cliff. Who knows? Who knows what was going on in that time? We just, time to go. Things have changed. And if you want to stay in the past and the darkness, if that's where you want to stay, if you want to stay there,
I've come to talk with you again.
Yeah, you want to stay in that dark place, then keep your ass there. Because guess what? Things have changed. We have moved forward. We are pressing forward with a new face for our franchise. A guy that is going to bring the fire. A guy that's going to hold people accountable. A guy that is changing the culture. A guy that's bringing in coaches that are going to understand how to utilize young talent. A guy that's ready to go. He's ready to go, man. He's ready to go. Julio, I'm coming to you, my man. Julio, I'm coming directly to you again. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. We'll get to everybody. There's callers on the line. We're getting to everybody. Please be patient. Do not call into my show cursing. And have that energy. Because tonight I got it. I'm on something different. Julio, I'm coming directly to you, my man. Yeah. Julio, listen. Yeah. Thank you for calling in. First off, thank you for calling in. I hear it. I hear that fire.
Yeah, you got it.
What are your thoughts about Robert Saleh, my man? Talk to me.
We are back. His settlement's in the building. We are back. New York is back, baby.
Yeah. We are. We are. And the thing that kills me, Julio, the thing that has really got me going is not just him coming in, right? Because he was a guy, again, that was a hot name, even though everybody said, well, you ain't got the first pick no more, Joe. You can't get a hot name. Shut your ass up. Yes, we can. We got a bunch of hot names. We interviewed Arthur Smith. We talked to DeBow. We were going to talk to Bieniemy. We talked to Saleh, the hottest name. Went to Philly, we got him. Came back. Where's that narrative gone? But what really fires me up, though, Julio, is the staff. The staff that he's starting to assemble. What are your thoughts about Mike LaFleur being brought in as an offensive coordinator?
Oh, my God. You wanted to see an MVP Sam Darnold? You're about to have the MVP Sam Darnold. Number one. Number two, trust me on this one. Number two, that defense is going to be off the hook. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. New York is here. It ain't the Giants. It ain't the Buffalo. It's the Jets. Yep. We here, baby. We here.
Yep.
That defense. Quentin Williams, Mosley, and I'm going to put a name that we're going to draft that's about to shock everybody. Asante Samuel Jr. On 3, we're going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Yes, and I ain't going to forget about Jabari. If we go to that 4-3, Jabari going to shine.
Yeah. Yeah, he is, man.
Look,
Listen.
This coach that we just got, he remind me of Herman Edwards mixed with a Rex Ryan. Woo! And don't forget, and all that mixed together with Mike Tomlin. That's it.
That's a lot.
You got it.
That's a lot of mixing. But I love all the names. Listen, Julio, I got to get back to these lines, my man, because they streaming right now, all right? I want to thank you for calling in. You have a good night, my man.
You too.
Listen, tonight's a different night. I need that energy. Period. I need that energy. Tonight is a different night. 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639. Call in. I'm going to my guy, Chris, man. Chris, welcome to the show, my man. I want to thank you for calling in. How are you feeling about us signing Robert Saleh?
Joe, how are you? I know you're bringing the blaze. I'm going to be honest. I have a feeling I'm going to get attacked big time.
Okay, go ahead. Listen, we don't attack, but we do challenge points here. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm not upset about it, but I feel a bit questionable. And at least let me explain why before you attack me. Because I don't know him that well. You know, I'm not a Niners fan. I don't follow 49ers football. Mm-hmm. And the defensive coordinator part is what got me questionable because we had a coach, I'm not going to say his name because you and I both know who it was, who was also a defensive coordinator for the Cardinals. And look where he got us to. I want him to prove to me wrong and prove to me that he can bring this team alive so that I can say these 3 words. He's our coach. You know, I just feel questionable. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying yes, you know?
Yeah, here's the thing. And again, I want to thank you for calling in, Chris. I hear what you're saying. But you can't compare Todd Bowles to Robert Saleh. You can't do that. Here's a guy that's coming in with energy, passion, fire. Here's a guy that has shown that, you know, listen, I'm on the West Coast. I'm forced to watch the Niners, again, with a host of other teams as well. This guy put things together. You watched us play the Niners. They had tons of guys injured, still smacked us. They were smacking other teams as well.
Right.
This is a guy that can put it together. Even when guys were injured, his scheme was still solid. They still finished one of the top defenses in the league. But then when you look at the staff, Chris, that's what impresses me, is the staff that he's starting to assemble. There's rumors about Aaron Glenn, which, listen, the rumors about Glenn, you getting one of your own coming straight back. I know maybe some people don't remember who Aaron Glenn was. Maybe some don't, but I do. That's a real jet right there. Mm-hmm. But then we're talking about Mike LaFleur coming in. This is a guy that he's worked with. This is a guy that came up from under Shanahan. This is a guy that can put a scheme together to better our quarterback. We've seen him do work. He's a passing game coordinator there with the Niners. I mean, how are you feeling about that move? And again, doesn't that give you some, you know what I'm saying, some push to positivity with him?
In this case, I want to be proved wrong. I want to see the team succeed. I want him to show me that he's the right guy for the job. You know, the only part that I was just concerned with the defensive coordinator part. That's all, because I thought he was going to be like on the defense side. I'm like, no, we need a coach that can focus on both ends.
Well, listen, but we do though. He is a CEO type coach. Here's the deal. The reason why that's important is because you had Adam Gase, who was a dumbass, who literally only oversaw the offense, had nothing to do with the defense, right? Was a one-sided coach. Yes, he's going to oversee the team, but I do think he'll also, oversee the defense a little bit more because of his prowess as a defensive coordinator. He's not going to abandon that, but he's not going to be solely stuck and focused to that. That's the importance. That's the importance.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Joe, Belichick, of course. We all know defensive guy. This guy, his mind is insane. But also, he hires a great staff. But he also oversees a little bit of that offense. He's not just leaving it alone to his offensive coordinator to do whatever. No, when things ain't going right, he steps in, and that's the kind of coach that Saleh is going to be here. Right. That's the kind of coach that we're bringing in, Chris.
Joe, I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna give the guy a chance.
Let's go.
Thank you for proving me, for taking my doubt. I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna go eat, and you have other callers waiting. So have a good night, my friend.
All right, you have a good night, man. Listen. I understand if some people have reservations. I get it. You know, there's some Jets fans, they want to be stuck there. They want to be stuck in the past. They want to be stuck with, oh, we've been hurt so many times. There's been so many things in the past that have really happened to us as fans. I remember when I got my heart broken. I remember. That time's over. I don't give a damn about what happened last year. This is a new era. I don't care about your bike getting stolen when you were 8 years old. That bike's gone. We driving Corvettes now. Who gives a damn about that bike? I'm ready to move on to the next caller, man. 916, I'm coming to you. 916, I'm coming directly to you. Let's get fired up, man. Let's get fired up. I'm hyped, and everybody else should be as well. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Can you hear me? Here we go.
Yeah, 916, welcome to the show. I want to thank you for calling in. What are your thoughts about Robert Saleh being hired?
Now, first of all, I have to ask you, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
No. Are you ready for Saleh to turn this team around?
Bruh, you asking me if I'm ready? You're asking...
fired up. Yes.
You asking me? Am I ready? Am I ready? Are you ready? Are you ready is the question.
I'm ready.
Okay, so if you're ready, then let's go.
Freaking ready.
Okay, talk to me.
I'm so happy that we got him. First of all, it's Leon from YouTube and stuff.
Okay, thank you for calling in, Leon. Known savage. Mr. Kennedy, I see you. Talk to me.
Oh, I'm so happy that this happened. And I was actually asking that guy the other day on your channel, what about Saleh? Saleh was a pretty good option for me. I did want Bieniemy first, but seeing as though this guy went to the Super Bowl, I'm happy with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look,
I'm very, very happy about that.
Exactly. I am too, Kenny. I'm extremely excited. I'm looking at the situation again. Saleh wasn't necessarily one of my top three guys, but the more that I noticed that the Jets were chasing him, the bigger that his name become again, because I'm here on the West Coast. I watch the Niners. I was falling more and more kind of in love with the idea of him being here. And the thing that really got to me was that when he left the building, we saw all these things kind of creep back in, right? We saw all these narratives start to phase back up where people started saying, oh, well, it's just the Jets being the Jets. They can't finish. They can't close a deal. They can't do this. Do you think that with this signing of Saleh, this will absolutely rid this franchise of all the nonsensical narratives that goes on about us being a clown franchise, about us not being able to turn things around? Do you think that this gets us headed in the correct direction?
Yeah, and I think it fits Darnold the most, to be honest. I think his scheming and stuff, the West Coast offense and stuff, I think it fit Darnold very, very well because, remember, he's from USC. So that could actually gel very well together if they don't get anyone in the draft because, honestly, they should get the O-line fixed. They got to get that whole thing fixed. I know they have Becton, but they have to do that. Any other quarterback that comes in, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You got to strengthen everything around the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And we'll continue to see what they do going forward, man. And so my final question before I let you go is, how do you think Saleh changes our free agency? Do you think that players are going to want to come in here and play for a guy like this?
Absolutely. I mean, he's a player's coach. You know what I mean? Everyone loves him. From what I've heard, anyone that's played under him has loved him. So I think that's going to give us way more opportunities. And shout out to Joe Douglas, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely changed my opinions after all this.
Yeah. I'm telling you, and we're going to talk about that as well going on tonight. Like you just talked about. Listen, Joe Douglas is a guy that's putting it together, and I know a lot of people doubted him and had a lot of things to say about him. But you look at his drafts, and then you look at the guys that he's putting and assembling around to better this football team. We're going up under him, man. We're definitely going up with him at the helm. So I'm loving it so far. But Leon, listen, I got to get to the rest of these lines, man. I got a heck of a lot of callers. Thank you for calling in tonight, my friend. You got to call in more, Leon. Come on now. You got to call in more. When I have a show, I want to hear from you, man.
I'm a little shy.
Well, no need to be. Leon, you are a savage.
Right now.
You are a savage. You are one of us. What are you shy for? You're around family. What's wrong with you? You better call in, bro. You better call in. All right. You have a good night, Leon.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely. Listen, Leon talking about I'm a little shy. What are you shy for? Why? Come on now. Listen, it's time to get fired up, man. It's time to get fired up. All those narratives, all the nonsense, all the stuff that's been going on, that time is over, man. That time is over. I'm going to my man E next. We're going to keep getting to these lines. Savages, salute y'all in the chat. I'll come to y'all soon. We're going to keep going to these lines. Again, 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. Call in. I got quite a bit of callers. I'm getting to everybody tonight. Everybody. Don't curse on my show. Don't do that. Get you out of here. Fast. I'm talking fast. Faster than Saleh has changed the culture of this franchise. Fast. Real fast, man. Real fast. E, what's going on, my friend? It's good to speak to you. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling about Saleh getting signed?
Feeling real good, man. I am so hyped about this. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, I can't wait either. How are you feeling about, what are your thoughts about him bringing in Mike LaFleur? How are you feeling about that, man, as an offensive coordinator?
That might be one of my favorite parts about this, man. You get the Kyle Shanahan system that we all love. Dudes literally, like, it's hard for them not to be open. Mm-hmm. Great run game would bring that. And he's also Matt LaFleur's brother, who kind of, made the NFC Championship game last year.
Yeah.
So that guy, he should be a very good offensive coordinator. And, man, I am so fired up right now. The days of the same old Jets, gone. Days of the Jets, gone.
Yeah. Absolutely. And one of the things, and you bring up a great point, because that's what I was talking about as well, was how Saleh being signed and brought in here starts to change the culture around here, right? Where there's no more clown-ass nonsense going on. You're going to have a guy that's coming in that understands how to win, that has been there, that has been groomed under staff, not just dealing with Kyle Shanahan, not just what he's done with the Niners, but he's also been mentored by Pete Carroll as well. This is a guy that understands what's going on. He gets it, right? He's coming in, he's assembling a staff. You hear him talk about how to assemble a staff properly and how integral that is to building and moving forward, how to reach young players, how to do all of these things. And it leads me to think, you know what? This is a guy that's going to be able to change how we handle free agency as well. What are your thoughts on that, E? Do you think that players that are free agents are going to look at us now, especially with him as our head coach, and say, hey, this might be a place that I want to play?
Dude, that's what I'm most excited for, because not only are we a super attractive spot, we're one of the only teams with cap space.
Yeah.
So we can actually land some studs. I want to get Trey Hendrickson from the Saints, including Aaron Glenn, bring him in as a DC, former Jet, bring him in, get Trey Hendrickson. Dude had 13.5 sacks this year, and the Saints have no money, so you get him. And also, this narrative about, oh, he's a defensive coach, you can't hire him because, oh, the offensive guy, he's gonna get poached. He's gone. That's a good thing. That means we have a good offense.
Exactly.
What are we thinking?
It's ridiculous.
No offense, man. I ton of respect to all the callers, but that dude who called in, mad respect for him. Shut up. Saleh's gonna be great. I don't care what side of the ball he's on. Shout out to the damn Savages. I got ripped to shreds last week for my Deshaun Watson take, so we're ripping everyone to shreds for their crap take. Robert Saleh is trying to be a monster.
Yo, E bringing the fire right now. E bringing the fire. Everything's cooking. Oh, E bringing the fight. Yo, salute to you, E. I got to get to the rest of these callers, all right? You about to burn this place down. Save something for us. You know what I'm saying? Say something for us tonight, my man. Thank you for calling in. You have a good night, bruh.
Good night too, man.
All right, peace. Woo! Listen, my man E, he ain't going for it. 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. Listen to me, man. I told you. Savage. Nobody's safe. I respect everybody and everybody's take, though. Respectful debate. But they're going to bring you to your doorstep like the postman. All day, every day. Bring it straight to you. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. 862. I'm coming directly to you, all right? I'm coming directly to you. Again, it's that old Jets, man. You know, calling in. What's going on, my man? It's good to hear from you. What are your thoughts about Robert Saleh being hired by the Jets?
Well, I'm about as excited about this since Rex Ryan. And I think that it's the long term. This is the right hire. He's a guy that physically, how do I say, he looks intimidating.
Yeah.
I definitely would look at him as a head coach. I see his attitude, the fact that, you know, he's the first Muslim coach in NFL history.
Yep.
And I'm just really excited about this. So how do I say it any other way? He's exciting to be part of the NFL.
Yeah, you know what's that is wonderful. But another thing that I'm excited about is the staff. One thing that I constantly tell people is the head coaching hire, you know, regardless of whatever big name you get in, you could get in anybody, right? That's a great name. But unless he assembles a staff, it's useless. The reason why the Patriots have been so good, the reason why Kansas City is so good, the reason why the Saints are always so good, the reason why they're so well coached, it's not because, you know, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, or Belichick is doing everything. They're not the tight ends coaches. They're not, you know, wide receiver coach. They don't do that stuff. What they have is they have a great staff. A great nucleus of staff that understands how to reach young players and how to get to them and coach them. And let me tell you something. He's starting to assemble that with Mike LaFleur. He wants to bring him in. But one of the things that I'm also interested in him bringing in as well, and we've heard rumors about Aaron Glenn possibly being our next defensive coordinator. I know you're an old Jets fan. You talk about those old Jets players. What are your thoughts about Aaron Glenn being brought to the table here and be the defensive coordinator for the Jets?
Well, Aaron Glenn was a very tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him play for his whole career. And I have to tell you that he's one of those players that the Jets were there. We were always a defensive team.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, people get the idea of the Jets being a defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be proud to have Aaron Glenn as being part of our defensive, resurgence. Because at the end of the day, our team was always founded on defense. During the Namath era, and people forget about this, we were the number one offensive team for like 3 years in a row. But it was always the Jerry Philbins. It was always the Larry Steinfels that made us the Super Bowl winners that we were. I'm really excited. I mean, at the end of the day, he scares me just looking at him.
Yeah.
I mean, and all the players love him.
Absolutely.
And he's a big, strong, and I have to tell you that when a person has the amount of discipline that he seems to have in his body, like what I mean by this is that he disciplines himself with his own body.
Absolutely.
Then he's going to discipline the Jets.
Yep. Yeah.
And when I look at him, I look at a head coach, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm fired up as well. Listen, I got to get back to the rest of these callers, my friend. It was great to speak to you tonight. You have a good night, all right?
All right, brother.
All right,
Just remember.
Absolutely. Listen, Tonight's the night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep getting to these calls. 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639. Call in. Do not call into my show cursing. I'll get you out of here fast, real fast. All right? Faster than the savages can attack you for a take. I'm telling you, they're going to get after you. They're going to get after you. I'm not the one doing it. I respect everybody's takes. We're going to go back and forth, though, respectfully. That's how I respectfully debate everybody. 817, I'm coming directly to you, my friend. I think you're a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and how are you feeling about Robert Saleh being the new Jets head coach?
Oh, what's going on, man? Macau Edwards.
Macau, what's going on, my man? Texas. Savage. Macau be in that chat. I know who you is. Go ahead. Yeah, let's go.
I'm hype as could be. I can't pretend with you.
Talk to me.
Everybody else could be, everybody else cool, calm, and collected. When Saleh left the building, I was stressed. I'm laying on the floor. I'm dying about it. Woke up this morning, got the news. I'm at work, jumping around, hype as could be, walking on my tippy toes. Just good day overall. Like, let's go. Culture change.
Yes. Listen. That was, I was hyped. I wasn't stressed when he left because, again, I understand it's the NFL. Things happen. Guys want to explore. They want to make sure they're making the, correct decisions. So they're looking to, make sure they have all the options and everything weighed out. I was not stressing, but I saw the narratives and all these things flying around. The Jets are losers. You see, the Jets can never get it done. This is same old Jets. This is Jets, all that stuff. And once we signed him, it was like all those narratives started to melt away. And that's my question for you, my man, is do you think that with this signing, this melts all that nonsense that's been going on, all the nonsense that surrounds us about how the Jets can never get it done, how we're a clown organization, how we'll never, ever be able to ascend? Do you think this ends all of that nonsense?
Well, for me personally, I feel like when Joe, I take it back to when Joe D first came in, and Joe D, it was a stepping stone. So Joe D was the first part of, okay, cool, Jets moving in the right direction. So then with the Saleh hire, it was we compounding correct moves, and again, you know what? They might know what the hell they doing finally. Again, Christopher Johnson and the Johnson step back. Actually, again, we done heard it all day. Finally let football guys make football decisions.
Yep.
Football guys putting their heads together, bringing in the right folks, saying, you know what? We need to start in the trenches. We need to bring in big uglies. We need to bring in dudes who are going to do what it is they need to do, move the ball, control base of the game and whatnot. So, again, football guys just making football decisions. It just felt great today.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I got to get back to these calls, but my last question for you is, what are your thoughts with all the rumors swirling about Saleh and Joe Douglas being high on Darnold and wanting to move forward with him? How do you feel about Darnold, possibly being the starting quarterback again next year?
Keep Big Sam, give him a fair shot. Worst case scenario, if it don't work out, figure out QB next year's draft. Easy money.
Absolute facts. That's big facts right there. I just take it. This call was something else. I like this. I like this energy. I like this. Give a man a round of applause. Absolutely. Let's go. Yeah. I liked it. I like that take. I like that take. Listen, Macau, I got to get back to the rest of these callers, man. Thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, bro, I want to hear from you, man. I want to hear from you. I'm not hearing from you enough. I'm not hearing from you enough, my man. All right? Listen, next time I have a show, I want to hear from you. You have a good night, all right?
All right, you too. Be safe.
All right, have a good one. Listen, we got people calling in. I'm getting to everybody. 515-602-9639. I'm coming to everybody. Call in. We're speaking to everybody tonight. Robert Saleh. We got him. We got him in the building. And anybody hating can just keep hating. Okay? I'm getting back to these lines. Val. Woo. Val on the line. Listen. Val is a savage. Okay? Y'all think I'm nothing like Val. Val's something else. Okay? I'm coming to Val. Val, welcome to the show. All right?
Yo.
How are you feeling about us hiring Saleh, my man? I'm going to let you talk. Go ahead.
Listen. I hear some of these calls. It's just like, not all, but some. It's just like Adam Gase is still in the building. The cloud is going away. You know what I'm saying? We got a new head coach. We're going to have some energy now. Y'all got to bring the energy. I'm hearing like these calls is kind of dead. You know, it's like Adam Gase, like we just lost another game. No, we got a new head coach. I'm energized. The team is energized. Like when Adam Gase got hired, everybody was just like, oh, we don't know about this because you know what happened on the Dolphins. This man just went to the Super Bowl. Do we forget about this? Mm-hmm. He was in the Super Bowl last year. We went against them, the San Francisco 49ers, and what did they do to us? They blew us out. And they had a whole bunch of injuries on the team. This man's going to come in here and make a big difference. And I want to touch on our free agency later down on the call. But I'm happy about this. No, he wasn't in my top 3, but we got it done. Yeah. I trust Joe Douglas. I definitely trust Joe Douglas. He let him leave. You know what I'm saying? He got what's his name? Austin. Who is it?
Arthur Smith. He brought in Arthur Smith. Yep. That was a quick interview.
He was scaring me, man. He was scaring me. He looked too much like Adam Gase. I'm sorry. He might be a good play caller and everything. It was just I seen his picture. I'm like, he looks like Adam Gase, man. I can't do it. I can't. It was just the pictures that I was seeing. I was just like, it's a reflection of Adam Gase. I can't do it. We can't hire this man. I'm glad we chose a different direction.
Oh, Val, you know, Val
do it, Joe.
Val just talked crazy about you. But going forward, look, I hear you, and we did get the job done. But for me, it's what I'm excited about is the staff and the things that he's starting to put in place to, you know, better the young players that we have here. And so, Val, one of the things that's swirling around is, you know, that they're going to move forward with Sam Darnold. What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about, you know, Saleh and Joe Douglas being behind Darnold to be our starting quarterback next year?
Listen, I was for moving on from Sam Darnold, but I'm trusting Joe Douglas. I'm trusting what they're going to do. I'm all for it. Whatever they decide to do, if they trade back and we get multiple picks, that's better than us. Mm-hmm. If we get a quarterback in here and he's at number 2, that's better than us. Yeah. So it's just any way that we go is better for us. Yeah. Even free agency, and I'm going to touch on that. I'm telling you, I'm going to touch on that. Yeah. And I want to also say everybody's forgetting about C.J. Mosley. C.J. Mosley, he's going to come back and he's going to play for that defense. He's going to make a big difference.
That's a fact.
Hopefully we get this man Marcus May back. Hopefully we get this guy Marcus May back. And I really think Quentin Williams is going to take a big step, a big leap. We've seen a little bit this year. I feel like he's going to take a really big leap with this head coach. Yeah.
Yeah, look, and before I let you go, Val, you know, I know you want to touch on it, but what are your thoughts about Saleh and how he changes our free agency? Because I want to go there with you. I want to hear your takes for that one. Because
here we go.
I'm ready to get right into it. So how do you think Saleh affects our free agency and how free agents look at the Jets?
Now listen to this. I want everybody to listen to me, from the chat to whoever's listening on the phone or anything. This is a different free agency. We got to think about this. The salary cap went down. So now a whole bunch of teams that are really good this year, like the Saints have to win this year. If they don't win this year, they're going to lose a whole bunch of top players that have a big salary cap. They have to get waived. So we're going to get somebody. We're definitely going to get somebody where we have the head coach that draws a lot of attention. We have a lot of assets. We have a big salary cap, which I know Joe Douglas, he's not going to be too aggressive because he's smart last year. He said that he was going to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. Yeah. It's sort of say, like, he's not going to just throw money at C.J. Mosley and make him the top, linebacker. He's not going to do that. Yeah. But if it comes to, like, a lineman and stuff, I think he's going to do it because we need linemen. We need, an offensive line. We definitely need an offensive line to protect the quarterback. Because like I was saying before, the right side of the line was just open season. It was just you have to run away. Yeah, they were just coming in. It was in their face. So I can't wait. cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't either, Val. Listen, I got to get back to the rest of these callers, my man. I got quite a bit of calls on the line, but I want to thank you for calling in, my man. All right, you have a good night.
No problem, man. No problem. New Year. And do not curse, because he will get you out of here as fast as Adam Gase would ruin a quarterback and an organization. That's very fast.
All right, Val, you have a good night, man.
You too, man.
Listen, Val calling in. Val calling in with the fire right now. I'm going to keep getting to these lines again. 515-602-9639. Please be patient. I'm going to get to everybody. You know, we got quite a bit of time left on the show. So 201, I'm coming directly to you. New caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts on us hiring Robert Saleh. Or Robert Saleh, excuse me.
Man, come on. Hello?
Yeah, hello? What's your thoughts on us hiring Robert Saleh?
Joe, I'm on?
You're on. I can hear you.
It's about time. All right.
Oh, well, we lost you. You know what I'm saying? This is a night tonight. We talking. I need you to talk that talk. I need energy. I need fire tonight. It's different. This is a different type of night for me. This is different. I need fire. I need you to bring the fire. We lost him. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it rolling. All right? 908. I'm coming directly to you. I think this is my guy, Steve. Steve, what's going on, my man? How are you feeling tonight? What are your thoughts on us bringing in Robert Saleh, man? How are you feeling about this?
Well, first off, Joe, I got to tell you, man, I have never seen you so happy.
It's different,
so
man.
Fired up from the day we drafted Sam Darnold.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, hey, listen, dude, so today here's a little bit story I'm going to tell you about this. So going back to last night, I went through a really, really tough night last night because I'm a big hockey fan in the NHL. And I watched my Rangers lose 4-0 yesterday to the New York Islanders. And then after when the game was over, I was a little down defeated. I mean, it was only one game. It's okay. Then all of a sudden, an hour later, it's a little after 10 o'clock. I get this update on my phone. I'm looking through Twitter. And all of a sudden, I look at this. And our boy, Gangrene David, was the first one that found it. He said that we just hired Robert Sullivan. And I'm like, wait a minute, we did? And at first I was like, wait a minute. I thought at first Joe Douglas was taking his time. And then I started reading all the reports. I said, oh, my God, we got him. And and now here was my thought. Listen, I was big on Arthur Smith, but I'm going to tell you something right now. The Jets made the right decision at the head coach position. Listen, I loved Arthur Smith. I thought he was going to be the head coach. Listen, Arthur Smith today got the job with Atlanta, and I'm very happy for him, and I do wish him the best of luck with the Falcons. But let me tell you something. What really got me fired up about this coach today was before I left for work this morning, I watched this video of how he is, like how he became a coach and stuff. And let me tell you something, Joe, what a huge difference that we are going to have on this team from when we had Adam Gase the last 2 years. This guy is all fired up. He literally knows how to I think he could definitely put a great coaching staff. I'm already happy about the fact of the offensive coordinator he's going to bring in Mike LaFleur. Let me tell you something. The Jets are going to be reaching the light of the tunnel. It's a great day to be a Jets fan. Yeah,
it is, Steve. It absolutely is. You're bringing the fire early, man. You're bringing the fire right now. You're on a different type of energy, Steve, and you're bringing it together. Listen, I want to get your thoughts on this. This is going to be my final question before I let you go. But how are you feeling about us moving forward with Sam Darnold next year? There's a lot of things out there, rumors flying around that Saleh and Joe Douglas are behind him. How are you feeling about that? Are you ready to have Sam back as our starting QB next year?
No. Let me tell you something. Because he did say that he does want to work with Sam. Robert Saleh to work with Sam.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. I am very happy about this. And let me tell you something, and especially when Mike LaFleur, let me tell you something. I know Sam Darnold is going to be a great quarterback.
Okay.
The problem was that Sam never got the right coaching staff. And let me tell you something, and I'll tell you something right now, Joe Douglas is a major hero of this franchise. You know, with the Jamal Adams trade that happened, with him getting this coach. I said this before. Listen, Joe, before I go, I said this a couple of days ago after when Robert Sullivan at first left, thinking we weren't going to give him a contract. And Jet fans were all freaking out on Twitter. I said, hang on one second. There's probably another candidate that's going to come in for another second interview. I think the way how Joe Douglas did this interviewing, I thought it was phenomenal. This is what a general manager is supposed to do.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. We're heading in the right direction. Big things are going to happen in 2021. I have that feeling.
Absolutely. Listen, Steve, I'm telling you tonight. It's a different type of energy, Steve. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in, my man. Next time I have a show, I need to hear from you. You have a good night, all right?
You good night, man. Bye-bye.
All right, see. Listen, Steve calling in. Fire! Fire! All right? Everybody, I'm telling you, this signing, bringing Saleh in here, we're changing things. We're changing things, man. We're moving forward. If you're still complaining about your bike getting stolen when you were 8 years old, get over it. To hell with that bike. Go chase that Ferrari, man. Still crying about a bike. Oh, well, back in the day, we lost some games and we had a guy in here. And does anybody remember when we almost had, we had Belichick on the line and things just didn't work, and then that didn't work out, and it just sucks being a Jets fan, and oh man, it's just all bad. Everything, nothing's working. We just can't get over the past. Get over that! That's done. This is a new era. We're moving forward. Keep the sadness in the past. Time's over. We're moving forward. 661. I think this is my boy Jason. Jason, I'm coming directly to you. Jason, how are you feeling tonight?
Hello?
Yes, how are you feeling tonight? What are your thoughts about Robert Saleh being signed by the Jets?
Well, before I get into that, man, can I go on a little win real quick?
Go ahead, man.
All right, man. From day one, the New York Jets has been an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the definition of underdog in the NFL, you see the New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
From our first Super Bowl, they counted us out. Even though our QB Joe Namath guaranteed it, they said no way. From 2010, when we upset the Patriots, they said no way it was going to happen, and we did it. From when Terminator said we were going to make a comeback against the Dolphins, people said no way, and guess what? We did it. People are making us underdogs, and they're laughing at us, and they're showing their true colors. We may have little bumps with maybe the buff fumble or with the last 9 games, but now, this little dog, this underdog is about to become the big dog, and everyone is about to see what we're made of. And they're about to see when you tease the dog, you're about to get bit.
Talk that talk, Jason. Talk that talk. Fire. That was from the heart. I like that. All right? I'm loving that right there. Give me more of that energy. Now, again, get back to that because this is my final question for you before I let you go because the line's is packed. I love what you just brought. How are you feeling about the signing of Saleh, my man? What do you think he brings to the table?
He brings so much, man. He brings personality. I love those coaches. I love Lex Lyon. So you know what? I love him. I want to see him be successful, and I would be in love with this coach. We would be making statues of him if he takes us to the Super Bowl. He will be, and you know what? When he does take us to the Super Bowl, anyone's gonna shut up.
Fire! Listen, thank you for calling in, Jay. It was great to speak to you, my man. You have a good night, man. That guy brought the fire, man. He brought the fire. Come on. He gave us tonight. We should be happy. We should be over the moon. We're changing the culture. It's tired of this losing ass mentality. That time's over. 732, I think you're a new caller, 732. 732, tell me where you're from, give me your name, and let me know how you feeling about us signing Robert Saleh. How are you feeling about this, man?
Am I on?
Yes, you're on, 732.
What up, Joe?
What's going on, man? Give me your name, where you from.
John from New Jersey.
Talk to me, John. How are you feeling about this new coach?
Lakers, man, I'm fired up. Like you said, it's going to be a different culture.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Douglas finally had the opportunity to hire who he wanted to bring in.
Yeah.
And Chris Johnson, they just signed a check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they folded with that whole Gase deal.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to make a precedent. It's a culture changer. Everybody's going to want to come here to play. We ain't going to have to pay that Jets tax.
Absolutely.
Especially on defense.
Yep.
But Dupree, come over from the Steelers. Get him over here. With Quinn and Williams. Where we at? I'm fired up.
Talk. I need you to talk to me, John. I need you to talk to me. I'm loving the takes. My final question before I let you go, though, man, because I got to get back to the rest of these callers.
Sam Darnold.
Go. Yeah, I want to talk to you about the offense. Go ahead. What are your thoughts about Mike LaFleur coming in?
I love it. I think it's great we're going to keep Darnold because that gives us more draft positioning. We could either trade out of the second overall pick. We don't have to take another quarterback. Why give up on Sam when we ain't put nothing around him in 3 years? We ain't done nothing for him. Now we could do something for him so we could build around him. Let's trade out of that pick, build the O-line, get us some weapons. Where's Najee Harris coming over? Let's run that rock. That's where I'm at. Ground and pound, baby. Defense all day.
Talk about it. Listen, John, I want to thank you for calling in. I got to get back to the rest of these callers. You have a good night, my man.
All right, Joe. It was good talking to you, man. I'll hit you back on next show. All right.
Absolutely. Please do, man. You have a good night. Woo! Listen, John calling in with the fire. We're going to keep going to the lines. 218-218. New caller. Give me your name. Give me where you're from. Let me know how you feel about Robert Saleh being signed by the New York Jets. How are you feeling about this, 218? 218?
Not bad. It's actually, I've actually called on your show before. It's,
okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. 218. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. So as I was saying, man, I've actually called on the show before. It's been a couple months. You know, it was a long season.
Yeah.
It's Jesse Spell. It's good to call in again. How am I feeling about the hire? Give me just a second. Woo! So last night, like the one dude was talking about earlier, I get Twitter updates about the Jets because I mean, who doesn't want to know what's going on with the team? Who are we gonna hire? And the way Joe Douglas has, like the guy said earlier, the way he's been handling the interviews has been amazing. Like I'm so happy that we picked up Joe Douglas. The man, I got a lot of faith in the man, and I saw the hire, and I couldn't believe it because at first, you know, when you heard like, you know, they had the second meeting, they met with the owner, and he left. I'm like, no, please make sure he don't leave New York though, right?
Yeah.
And you see he signed for the 5 years. And then I turned on my TV right away because I'm like, well, let me hear what Chef usually has to say about this because to me that man's word is gospel. And I'm hearing the details. I'm hearing about him possibly bringing on Mike LaFleur, Matt's little brother from the head coach up in Green Bay, and possibly getting Aaron Glenn to come be his DC. And it's like you could feel it. Like you can feel
that
you
energy.
Can feel the good coming to the Jets.
Yep.
You could feel accountability. You could feel winning. It's just
Yeah. How are you? Listen. I hear you. Listen, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I like you said, feeling that energy, feeling that fire. Let's go. Feeling that energy, feeling that fire, it's hard not to be hyped, man. There's a lot of good things going on with this hiring, like everybody's talking about as well. Hey, listen, the credit also goes to Joe Douglas. Joe Douglas is the guy getting things done around here. Point blank, period. And I'm loving this. So my final question before I let you go, because I got quite a bit of callers, is listen, what are your thoughts about Sam Darnold going forward? Are you good with Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh being behind him, being our starting quarterback next year?
Joe, this is the most exciting thing to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Sam now.
Yep.
Because with him bringing in a dude that runs the West Coast, and apparently, he really, apparently Saleh is on Joe Douglas's page of believing in a young 23-year-old. Once again, an indictment on the guy who used to be here, but we won't get into him.
Okay.
I'm excited for what could happen.
Absolutely.
We'll need to do some good things in the draft. We'll need to do some good things in free agency. But I'm excited for the future of the Jets, man. This is a great day to be a Jet fan.
It damn sure is, man. It damn sure is. It damn sure is. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in, my friend. I got to get back to the rest of these lines. I want to hear from you more often, all right? You have a good night. Listen, we got calls, man. We got callers. We got a lot of things going on. I'm going to keep going to these lines. These lines are swamped. Again, 515-602-9639. We've got a little bit of time left in the show. I'm going to get to everybody as quickly as possible, all right? Everybody, as quickly as possible. I'm getting to 845. 845, I'm coming directly to you. 845, I want to thank you for calling in, my man. What are your thoughts about us signing Robert Saleh? How do you feel about this new head coach coming into the Jets?
What's good, my man, Joe? We got a real one. We finally got a real one in the building. I remember talking to you about the biggest decision of the offseason a couple weeks ago, saying that it's the coaching. It's the coaching right now, and we had to get it right. And I honestly woke up and I found that he was in the building. We got the deal done finally after him leaving, and I was ecstatic, man. And then I went to go see what I was curious about is to see how he's during press conferences. So I looked up a couple of press conferences, and not only is he a fiery man on the field, but during the press conferences, he's a poised, smart, intellectual individual. So he has both sides to his personality. It seems like he's well adjusted as a coach, which we haven't had in a while. With Adam Gase, obviously, he's not the guy who's going to be sitting on the bench by himself with a clipboard when it gets bad. He's going to be out there trying to turn things around, and this is exactly what we need, a leader of men.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a fire take right there. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. But listen, we're talking about Saleh coming in and the signing, but what were your thoughts about Joe Douglas and his handling of the hiring process? Him not panicking, him not, just signing whoever. Because again, general managers we've seen in the past, guys like Izzik, guys like, McCagnon, we didn't necessarily have faith in them whatsoever, especially the way that McCagnon handled his business in the coaching search and how, he end up eventually bringing Gase here. What are your thoughts about the way Joe Douglas conducted business?
Oh, man. Big JD, man. I honestly have been so impressed with Joe Douglas as a GM since he's been the GM for the Jets. And honestly, I think one of your callers said it previously. He's slowly but surely been turning things around as he's been implementing things, and the way he handled the draft last year, and bringing in a couple of people that he thought was going to work out, but didn't have short contracts, and then now with the coaching hire. He took his time, and he had a lot of people. He took his time with it. He had a wide net, like you said he was, and he came away with the best guy available. I personally, I think this is a better hire than the Urban Meyer hire in Jacksonville because of just this guy has already been an NFL coach for a long time. He's from the ground up. He's been to a Super Bowl already. So there's a lot of things I like from Robert Saleh, and I didn't know much about him until like a week or two ago. And I looked into him, and he's honestly exactly what we needed here in New York. Yeah. So I got to hand this to Joe Douglas because without him, we wouldn't.
One second, folks. I think Blog Talk is tripping again. Hold on. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host.
To start your show now, press 1.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Blog Talk was tripping a little bit. What were you saying about Joe Douglas and finishing that up? I'm sorry.
Oh, Joe Douglas. I was saying that he's got to hand it to him. He's big Joe D, a big JD. We got to hand it to him. Since he's been around here, he's been taking steps one step at a time to turn things around, and I believe he's the man for this organization. For even beyond his contract of 5 years, I think he'll be here for a very long time. And the way he handled the coaching search, like he casted a wide net. He had a lot of people here, and I think he came out with a guy who fits the culture for New Yorkers, for fans. He came with the best hire. I think it's better than the Urban Meyer hire. I really do. Just because he's been to a Super Bowl, he's worked with defenses that have been injured, and he still kept them in the top 5, top 10. You know, so I love what Joe Douglas is doing. He's doing the due diligence, and mind you, he didn't work with Saleh before. It's the first time he met him, and he was able to hire the right guy, not just from relationships. Like, I don't know how Adam Gase keep getting hired. Like he doesn't deserve to be a coach in this league. You know, it's all relationships. You can see it's all relationships with Adam Gase.
Yeah.
But this had nothing to do with relationships. It had just to do with football, and I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I got to get to the rest of these callers, man. I want to thank you for calling in. It was phenomenal to speak to you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, my man. I don't hear from you enough. I need to hear from you more, all right?
Most def, always.
Absolutely. You have a good night, all right?
Talk to you later, man. Peace.
See you. Woo, listen. That caller is fire. Listen, there's so much fire, Blog Talk can't even handle it. Blog Talk tripping, hating as usual, but they can't stop. New coach, new era, new time, new culture. Same old Blog Talk. Same old Blog Talk. Same old Blog Talk. But you can't hate. You see how I don't live in the past? You see that? Oh, well, in 8th grade, somebody stole my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's why I don't think the Jets can move. Shut up! Shut up and quit the belly aching. Stop that. Stop it. I'm ready to move forward. 516, I'm coming to you. 516, coming to you. We're going to get to everybody. 516, new caller. I need your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts about the Jets signing this new head coach, man.
Hello?
Yeah, 516. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hey, how you doing, Joe?
I'm all right, my friend. What's your name?
Bro,
where you from?
It's Roger from Long Island.
Oh, what's going on?
Bro, let me tell you. I got to give you some truth. At the beginning of this search, I was doubting Joe Douglas. I thought he was going to bring in his buddy, Wink Martindale, or I thought he was going to bring in Doug Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
I was convinced of this. You know, and maybe it's just because, you know, I'm just a longtime Jets fan. I'm just used to disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, you know, Joe Douglas, I give him credit for his last draft. He went out there, he got some good players, and you know, just given the fact that you know, just before they hired him, they had that chance of getting Matt Rule, they had the chance of getting Cliff Kingsbury. Because of all these things that happened, I'm sitting here thinking once Saleh left the building, I'm thinking, here we go again. It's going to happen. But no. Joe D showed me that he's making business decisions. He showed me he knows what he's doing. He's running the show. He's doing all his due diligence. He's bringing in the right candidates. I didn't even know who Rob Saleh was at the beginning of this thing, but as I started researching him, oh my God, I couldn't believe the fire, the intensity coming from this guy. This guy is legit.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you one thing. Let me give you a history lesson here.
Mm-hmm.
1995, the Jets hired a man who had just come from an Eagles team that recorded a 7-9 record. That was Rich Kotite. My man went 3-13 and 1-15 in his 2 seasons with the Jets. Fire that guy, in came Parcells.
Yep.
Now coming ahead to the future, Adam Gase just finished. What was it? Whatever his record was, 2-14. Now we got Robert Saleh. I'm getting that same feeling we got when we hired Parcells. I'm telling you. And let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one more thing about it.
Go ahead. You bringing the fire.
Let me tell you one more thing about Saleh, because let me tell you, a lot of people, telling me about how he's a defensive coach. People forget this man was a tight end at Northern Michigan.
Yep.
So my man knows both sides of the ball. You can't tell me he doesn't know both sides of the ball. He knows how to he knows how to coach it up.
Yeah.
And I got no problems with Rob Saleh. Matter of fact, that became my number one choice once I started researching this man.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, like I said, he wasn't my top 3, but I knew who he was, and I knew the work that he put in. And the more that started to talk about him, the more things started to talk about, the more I thought he could be a solid fit here. But us handling the coaching search the way that we did, like you talked about as well, there was a lot of people that doubted Joe Douglas. And like you said, there's a lot of people that, that have looked into the past and said, hey, this is what happened in the past. We always missed out on our guy. We didn't get the right guy. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. But Joe Douglas stepped in here and handled this situation correctly. Didn't panic. Didn't, in the past of McCagnon, if this was a situation when McCagnon would have been here, Saleh would have walked. He would have signed anybody. He would have signed you, me, anybody that showed up at the facility. Hey, let's just get this guy before something goes wrong. No, Joe Douglas said, okay, look, you want to go ahead and do your thing?
Yeah,
that's fine. Right. He started fielding other offers. He looked at Arthur Smith for a second and then said, you know what? We're definitely going to pull the trigger on you, point blank, period. And that's the end of it. So I loved with Joe Douglas and how he handled the situation. But my next question to you, and my final question, because I got to get back to these callers, is what are your thoughts about the Jets moving forward with Darnold now that Mike LaFleur is here?
All right, let me tell you something. First of all, Darnold, when he came out 3 years ago, he was the number 1 rated quarterback. People forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to deal with Todd Bowles. He had to deal with 2 years of Adam Gase. Adam Gase didn't give him a quarterback coach. He didn't give him any kind of support. Not to mention, he didn't have the team that he needed around him. He didn't have the pass catchers. He didn't have the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Douglas is building that for him. So I'm okay with going forward with Sam Darnold. Although I would say I wouldn't be upset if they went ahead and, with that number 2 pick, picked up one of these quarterbacks. I mean, the Chargers did it with Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers. Some other teams did it too. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, it's not unprecedented to have 2 quarterbacks on your team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and, worst case that's going to happen, Sam Darnold plays lights out next year.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem, keeping Sam Darnold, seeing what happens, and just having somebody in your back pocket.
Yep, absolutely. Listen, Roger, that was a great call. Thank you for all it takes. Listen, my friend, I want to hear from you more often, all right? I want to hear from Long Island more often, all right? Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, okay, my friend?
Yeah, will do.
Absolutely. You have a good night, my man.
I appreciate it.
All right, peace. Listen.
You too. Take care.
Roger calling in with straight fire. We got to keep the energy going, all right? I'm here. I want to hear the fire. I want to feel the fire. That's what I want to feel. We are turning the page. This is a different era. Pick it up. I need energy. I'm on something else tonight. I'm on something else, I'm telling you right now. 567. I'm coming to you. Believe you're a new caller. 567. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts on this New York Jets new head coach.
Hey, this is Matt from California.
Talk to me
about Robert Saleh. What I really like about him, his brother was during the 9/11. He was in a tower.
Mm-hmm.
Saleh was working business or finance or his regular job. When that happened, when his brother was in the hospital, everything, he quit his job. Was like, I'm going to pursue my dream of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes a lot of dedication when you want to pursue your dream. I'm trying to do that right now, but I know when something's your dream, you got to go get it. And he's really, really, really good at chess. So that means he's witty, intelligent, knows, thinking in advance, next move. And that's what I really like about Saleh. And fun fact, I don't think he was he was obviously a first-round interview, but he wasn't a top choice in the first round. So when they announced they interviewed him, apparently he was really, really, really good at the interview, and that shows now since we hired him. And I really like that they gave him a chance, and I guarantee when he does his introductory press conference, he's going to blow away the press, us, and be that strong leader that we all need.
Absolutely. And listen, you're bringing the fire. And so, again, I got a bunch of callers. But my last question for you is, before I let you go, is what are your thoughts about, because you talked a little bit about, just all the things that he has. Like you said, just, the fact that he's so passionate, so energetic, and he's going to blow people away. He's so captivating when he speaks. He understands how to, convey his message well. But we also see the reaction from other people around the league, how happy they are for him. What are your thoughts about that? When you see players from all these other teams from around the league cheering him on and being happy that he got, his head coaching spot, what does that say about him to you?
Even the players, even the former players and other coaches saying that he's good is obviously indication, because we didn't see that with Adam Gase or really Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles was a good coach, but not inspirational, outgoing, and all. But you see all these players, all this hype, and obviously he's a good apple. Like, obviously, if someone had something bad to say, they would probably say it. But I haven't seen one bad thing at all, which means we're going in the right direction. And as far as Sam, man, I love that man. He hooked me up. Hopefully we stay with him, give him at least 1 year, and build around him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, man, I want to thank you for calling in, my friend. I got to get back to these calls. You have a good night, all right?
Okay, you too.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of fans bringing in the fire, man. I'm going to keep getting to these lines. 914, I'm coming directly to you. 914. Give me your thoughts about the signing of Robert Saleh. How do you feel about this?
I am ecstatic. What I love the most is the fact that everybody thought the moment he left the building it was going to be another case of lol Jets up. Here we go. The Jets are going to screw this up because they have to stick to brand.
Yep.
And we're going to end up with some Marvin Lewis, Doug Peterson combo, and we're going to be awful. And, of course, that didn't happen because the days of lol Jets are over.
Yeah, that time is done, said and done. Now, my final question for you before I let you go is, what are your thoughts about LaFleur being brought in? How do you feel about him? Do you think he'll be able to call a balanced offense?
Well, I do. I really like the Shanahan style of offense. It's very quarterback friendly. It's a very good offense. There's a reason why. Though it wasn't just their defense that got them to that Super Bowl. And, there's a reason why, Matt Ryan had that MVP season under Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
It's one incredible offense. And, bringing that in as, is going to be really good to get this team going. The team there's talent on this team, and don't be surprised if they pull a Parcells-esque turnaround.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Do not be surprised.
We're all here for it. We are all here for it. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in, my friend. I got to get back to these lines. You have a good night, all right?
All right. See you. Bye.
Whew, what a call, man. I'm telling you, everybody's talking. Everybody's spirits are raised. We're excited. We're excited. This is a new era. This is a new time. New time. I'm going to my guy Chris on the line. I believe that this is Chris. Chris, if this is you, welcome to the show, my man. How are you feeling about us signing Robert Saleh?
Let's go, Jets! J-E-T-S! Jets! Let's go!
Talk to him, Chris! Pick it up, let's go!
We are back! We are the green wall! We are the sex exchange! We are the culture! Thank you, Joe Douglas and Joey Trust! Let's go!
That's the kind of energy that I'm talking about, Chris. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I got a lot of callers. My final question for you before I let you go, though, my man, is what is your thoughts about us moving forward with Sam Darnold as our quarterback next year?
This is what's going to happen. It's going to come down to these three options. And in Joe and in Saleh, we trust, man. In Joe and Saleh, we trust. Either we pick a tackle the first round. We trade back with the Falcons for a first-round pick this year, a first-round pick next year, and a second-round pick this year. And we get wide receivers and more off weapons for Sam. Or we go ahead and get Zach Wilson when we trade back. But Sam, we draft, and Joe Douglas, and in Solo, we draft J-E-T-S!
Chris, listen, thank you for calling in, my man. You brought the energy to me, man. Let's go. You have a good night, my friend. Woo.
Good night!
Oh, Chris bringing the fire, man. Bringing straight fire to me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are you talking about? This is a different time. This is a different time. This is a different day. Chris called in recognizing that. It's time to turn the page, man. It's time to turn the page. I'm getting back to these lines. 347-347. I believe you're a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts on us signing Robert Saleh as our brand new head coach.
Yo, Long Beach Joe. First of all, let me tell you, man, I've been trying to get through to you, man, for a while now. Good to hear your voice. I'm from Brooklyn. My name's Sebastian.
Okay.
California,
What's going on,
right
Sebastian?
Now, I got to tell you, Mr. Saleh, Robert Saleh, he is making me hype. He's made me, I feel rejuvenated. I feel great, okay? I've been a Jets fan since the Curtis Martin days, and I got to tell you, this is a long time coming for us, baby. This is a long time coming. I got my flag outside the house. I'm feeling proud to fly it. San Diego County knows the Jets are here to stay, baby. We're here. We're here.
Talk to me, Sebastian. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm hearing you. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy that you're bringing, Sebastian. I'm right there with you. This signing is starting to turn things around, okay? We're seeing a lot of the nonsense being put away. A lot of that crap narrative is being sat down now. And that's my next question for you before I let you go, man, is what are your thoughts about all these nonsensical narratives flying around about the Jets? You know, the Jets shouldn't hire the best head coach because, you know, your coordinators might be gone next year. How are you feeling about that now that we got the right guy in the building?
No, see, that's garbage. That's garbage because what people don't understand is the untangibles, okay? You don't always have to have a guy that's an offensive genius. You don't always have to have an Urban Myers. You get an untangible with Robert Saleh. You get a guy that's going to come in here with untangibles that's going to rile up the fan base, that's going to inject energy to the organization, and he's bringing with him Mike LaFleur, who's going to come in here and who's going to bring us a West Coast offense that's going to put our boy Sam, who many people left out to dry, okay, put him right back in his comfort zone, put him right back in a mobile pocket, and get him throwing some passes downfield. Now, no bubble screen, now none of that craziness. What we got now is intangibles. Let's go Jets. Let's go New York. Let's go New York.
This is just this call right now. Give this man a round of applause. Give this man a round of applause. Let's go. Let's go. Sebastian, listen, I'm loving it, man. I got to get back to these lines. Thank you for calling in. Listen, I want to hear from you more often, Sebastian. That's what I want to hear from you, man. All right? I need you to call in more often when I have a show.
Hey,
right?
I got the number. I'll be back.
All right, absolutely. You have a good night, man. Listen.
You too.
Sebastian calling in with that fire. Sebastian calling in with that fire. Everybody's hyped. Salute to all the Savages. Rob Miller, salute to you. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, salute. I see you. I'm going to come to you in a second. I got to get to these callers. Please subscribe. Like the stream if you can. It's greatly appreciated. You folks are the greatest. We don't keep getting to these calls, though. We got to keep going. We got to hear from these Jets fans. I know that this ain't who I think it is on the line. I'm getting to these calls. I know that this ain't Roach calling in. You already know Roach about to bring the fire. Roach, is this you, man? Is this you, Roach?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my.
Yes, it is.
Man,
good,
listen.
Bro.
Man, listen. Savage. Roach is a savage.
Listen.
Okay? Roach, give me your thoughts on this, man. Robert Saleh, how are you feeling?
Listen, This is a great day to be a Jets fan, bro. Listen, before anything, I got to congratulate you on your 1,000 subscribers, man. I always knew that you're doing big things, bro. I see you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I am so ecstatic, right? Because this is for 5 reasons. One, I don't have to see Frank Gore doing 1 and 10 no more on the first down play. I don't have to see Gase no more with his clipboard with a mask on, looking at a Denny's menu. 2 years of nonsense we dealt with. Listen, you know I'm a Sam guy. Totally blameless. I think Gase was 99% the problem, and the stench just spread everywhere. Ugh. But, I'm so glad that we got this defensive-minded coach. That's what we're known for. The Jets is our defense, man. And now you got a guy that I think believes in Sam Darnold. And, for a coach biggest pride is like to take a project and rebuild him rather than start with something new and then got to wait for 2 to 3 years and hopefully he develop into something.
Yep.
So I love the pick. I love what's going to happen next year. Bro, I'm telling you, man, this day couldn't even get any better, man.
Absolutely. Listen, Roach, I got to keep going, man, because I'm getting short on time, bro. But I want to thank you for calling in, man. Please call in next time I do a show.
Bro, always, man. Always appreciate, man. Appreciate the love for the savages out there. Yo, listen, man, just keep doing your thing. Don't worry. We're going to make it.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Roach calling in. Salute to Roach. I want to thank him for calling in. Fire. We're going to keep going to the lines. We're running a little short on time. 954-954. I know you're a new caller. Give me your name, where you're from, and give me your thoughts quickly on us signing Robert Saleh.
Hey, Angelo from Memphis, Tennessee.
Ooh, what's going on, Angelo?
But listen, hey, first-time caller, man. Love the live feed. Awesome. I've been all over YouTube channels on the Robert Saleh. But now we got to focus on the draft. I mean, let's get past this now. I think our best-case scenario, I think we're keeping Sam. And if we can trade out of the number 2 spot, let's say we talk to Miami and say Cincinnati wants Penei Sewell. If you want Penei Sewell, you got to trade up to get it. So our best case scenario, probably to trade down 1 spot with Miami, acquire picks, and we could probably even trade again. Because again, we're probably not ready next year for the playoffs. I think we probably have a chance, but I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's stockpile, man.
Yeah.
And that number 2 pick is going to be Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
So if Joe Douglas meets with Penei during the pro days, and he says, hey, if you can play left guard for us, we might draft you. But, I mean, we have tackles, right? I mean, I think Penei Sewell's a pick. And if he's not going to fit in our line, we got to trade and we got to stockpile.
Yeah, listen. I hear you. I'm right there with you. I'm a guy that looks at the situation, and I'm gonna have to let you go in a second, but I'm right there with you. I think that we're gonna have to trade down a little further. There's some packages I think we can definitely put together that will really advance this football team and get us heavy capital back in return. And I've talked about those in past live streams, and we'll continue to cover the draft when it goes on. But trading down has always been my standpoint for the draft. We need to move down. We need to stockpile picks and really, get it together and get as much young, fresh talent as we can in here. But I got to get back to these lines, my friend. I want you to have a good night, all right?
Awesome. You too, buddy. See you.
Thank you. Oh, man, listen. There's a lot of good stuff going in, a lot of fire. We're going to keep getting to these lines. My guy Mike from Bay Shore is on the line. Mike from Bay Shore, you calling in, my man? Listen, lots of fire tonight. Mike, we're getting a little short on time. Give me your thoughts about Robert Saleh being the Jets' new head coach. How are you feeling?
Livest Beaver Stuyvesant, the livest one. I cannot wait. He's great.
Talk to me.
If Nassau has a problem with it, come see me, man. EPMD, yeah. Come see me, man. Come see me, man. I think he's a great hire. Anyone got something to say to me? I'm right here in Bayshore, bro. Come see me, bro.
We said come see me. Listen, Mike, listen.
Come see me, Brad.
Fire.
Me,
listen, I got to get back to the rest of these calls, though, Mike. I got to get back to the rest of these calls. Thank you for calling in. I got a couple calls left.
Brother.
You have a good night, all right? Listen, Mike from Bayshore calling in with fire. Calling in with fire. Straight fire. Oh. He said, come see me. He said, come see me. You got a problem, come see me. Okay? Come see me about it. Oh, we getting back to the lines. Everybody's spitting fire tonight. Last call that I'm taking tonight. This is the last call before I have to cut down the show. I believe this is my guy, Venom G's, man. Is this my dude, Venom G's? Venom? Is that you?
It is.
Savage! Savage! Venom G's is a damn savage, man. This dude is crazy. This dude is crazy, man. Straight savage. Venom. Short on time for the show. Give me your thoughts about Robert Saleh being signed as the Jets' new head coach.
Yo, Joe, I told you, man. I believe in Joe. We gotta wait the tide out, man.
Yeah.
Yo, we've been in the dark so long. We coming into the light right now.
Yeah.
I believe in Joe. The draft he did last year is coming. It's good. Watch what he do this year. It's going to be amazing, and especially with Saleh in the building. Oh, we getting there. We getting there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, Venom, I gotta go, man. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Thank you for bringing us the fire. Next time I have a show, please call in, man. I want to hear from you.
Yes, definitely. Have a good one.
All right, you have a good one. Whew. Listen, Venom G's calling in with the fire. Praising. Listen, I want to thank everybody for calling in tonight. You folks are the greatest. I'm going to go ahead and close out the show. All right? God, man, this was a good one. Okay? I'm the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on The Long Beach Joe Show. I'm also on Twitter as well at YoungJ000. That's 3 zeros. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you right back. You're going to troll me. No issues. I am the troll that lives under the bridge. And I will have my Darnold jersey on because Robert Saleh believes in him as well. The show's Twitter is The Long Beach Joe. Please follow you right back. Want to go back and forth? We can talk about football. I'm also on YouTube as well at The Long Beach Joe Jets. All right? Long Beach Joe Jets. Subscribe to my content. Turn on your notifications. Like my stream. You want to troll me in the comments? Go ahead, I'll troll you right back. And as always, people, when you see me in person, when you see me, it is arms out, chest open, free hugs for everyone. Everybody. In times like this, we're turning the page. It's a new era. I want to thank you folks for listening. You folks have a good one. Peace. Go Jets. 1 second, folks. Fire. Spitting fire tonight. Listen, I want to thank everybody for watching. If this is your first time watching me, exclamation point, links in the chat. Brings up my link tree. That's for my YouTube, all of my social media, all the links to my iTunes, podcast, everything. Just go there, click on that. You just go there. You'll find it all. So please subscribe to all my YouTube pages. Talk to me. I'll talk back on every single social media platform. I want to thank everybody for watching me tonight. I got to get out of here because my schedule is crazy. You folks are the best. I'll be streaming again very, very soon. I might do the playoff games Saturday. We'll talk about that. You folks will see me. So you folks have a good night. Go Jets. Peace.